All right, y'all. What this is I'm creating a draft class. I really don't want to start my association until I've completed this draft class because I like the real deal. I hate that college hoops 2K has been canceled. So every year I do my own draft class or I download a good one. I saw that Dare Gaming did one. I have to take a look at it first. If I dig it enough, then I might just use theirs and maybe stop doing mine for right now. But for right now, I'm going ahead with mine. This is Cody Zeller. Hopefully you could tell at this point. There are some limitations. Well, there's a good amount of limitations actually with the 2K12 Creation Suite. A lot of it has to do with hairstyles, exactly what you can do with the noses and eyes and mouth and that sort of thing. But a lot of guys I've seen use the cyber faces, which of course is going to almost pretty much nail it. But I'll wait to see what the stability is with that. Last year on 360, when you imported some of the cyber faces, it started to it messed with the stability of the game. And I'm really trying to do that. For the most part, I want to make sure that the likeness looks somewhat like the guy, as close as possible. And I did definitely try to make these guys look as much like themselves as possible. And most importantly, I want the stats and the sizes and all of that to be right. I want them to play like themselves, or at least how we think they're going to play, because this is a draft class. College basketball season hasn't even started yet, so we really don't know how these guys are going to play. But as of right now, this is kind of what I'm basing it on. Now, this next guy coming up, this is Shabazz Muhammad. Now, he's one of the top high school players in the nation going into UCLA this year. So we don't know what he's going to do in college basketball. But sites like NBADraft.net and pretty much everybody else is doing a mock draft has him going either 1, 2, or 3 in a mock draft for the 2013 year. So I got to get that respect. And I also got to take a look at the type of player that he is. And that's how I'm basing his statistics and his ratings. We know he's left-handed. We know he's physically strong. We know he's a really decent, if not decent to very good athlete. And he is a prime-time scorer. So he has some questions about his defense. He has some questions about whether or not he is going to be an unselfish player. So I pretty much reflect all of that in his ratings right now. Now, say, for instance, I was doing this draft class sometime in the middle to the end of the college basketball season. Those types of things might be different, but for the sake of doing it right now, that's kind of what I'm going by. Now, in regards to like somebody like Cody Zeller, who spent a year in college already, so we already know what's the deal with him. Majority of his ratings are based off of his actual off his statistics themselves. For example, with free throws, I believe, and I used this when I made his rating, but I'm not looking at it right now. I believe he's like a 75% free throw shooter. I would have just easily just made him a 75 on free throws. Free throws are kind of easy because basically the ratings go from 1 to 99. So 100% being the best, you can pretty much take that as face value. But things like field goal percentage, 3-point percentage, you can't just, a guy's a 41% free throw shooter. You can't give him a 41 on 3. Something like that I generally double it, but I also have to adjust it for how many threes they take. So if a guy's anywhere from a 40 to a 50% 3-point shooter, then I'm going to probably start him off, because he's going into the NBA and you got to scale that back some. I'm going to start him off at like an 82 or 83 3-pointer, and it will come down based off of how many threes he's taking. Because you might have a guy that's a 43% 3-point shooter, but he only took 50 threes, which is not a lot of threes. So now I'm going to scale that back, and he's probably going to be something like a 76 or 75 from 3 or 70 from 3. Really just, like I said, depends on how many threes he's taking. Now, if he's shooting that high a percentage from 3 and he's taken over 100, 125 threes, then he's going to be a legit 83, 85 out of the gate, because he's a proven bomber. So that's just an example of the ideology. And the guy you just looked at is Chaz Williams. So I didn't just go at the top. I'm going through pretty much the top, let's say 60 players. Chaz Williams is a 5'9", 175-pound dynamo out of UMass. If y'all haven't heard of him yet, I'm telling you, this year you will probably have heard him. He might not even come out this year because he is only, I think, a sophomore, because he lost a year of he gained an extra year of eligibility when he transferred from Hofstra. But the dude can ball. This is what I'm doing, y'all. I'm gonna share this on 2K Share. I'm not gonna drag it out. I want to get this out of the way. It's gonna be on the gamer tag franchise. So y'all subscribe, follow, peace. Thanks for watching.